Hi, Christina. Happy New Year. Yeah, I don't really believe in New Year's. I mean, it's really just an arbitrary date on a made-up calendar. I mean, who really gets to decide what schedule we all have to follow? Some pope that lived ages ago? The calendar we use doesn't even make any sense. I mean, all the months are different lengths. When there's 13 moons in a year, the Mayans knew this, the Native Americans knew this. Heck, even the Jewish people have a 13-month calendar. Come to think of it, the secret rulers of the world are probably laughing at how stupid everybody is because they'll just believe whatever they're told to believe without using their brains. Have a nice day. Howdy, folks. I know this video is a little late for New Year's, but I've got a lot on my plate and I need to prioritize the gigs that pay my bills and feed my goats. Now, as the year 2022 was approaching, I started asking myself, what exactly makes a day called December 31st transitioning into a day called January 1st, a new year? Why is this the dividing line? And who decided? Well, just like everything else in the world, I had to get to the bottom of it. I knew they called this calendar we use the Gregorian calendar, you know, like Gregorian chants. Turns out there was this Pope guy named Gregory. He was actually the 13th Pope Gregory, apparently. And this Pope guy conspired with the Italian doctor and astronomer Aloysius Lilius and the German mathematician Claudius Clavius to reform the wonky Julian calendar that was being used at the time. Oh, Christina, everything's a conspiracy with you. I know, right? So in 1582, this Pope Gregory the 13th person decreed that the calendar was now reformed, mostly so they could keep track of where Easter was supposed to be. Now, it took many years for the various countries to adopt the Gregorian calendar, and especially the Protestant people who were like, it's a trick, they're just trying to pull us back into the Catholic Church. But eventually, even the Protestants succumbed to the reformed calendar. These controllers have a way of getting everyone to go along with the game. Now, before the Gregorian calendar, people used the Julian calendar, which is named for Julius Caesar. And he's the guy who changed the day of the new year to January 1st. But before the Julian calendar, people were using the Roman calendar, and the new year was in March. But that could be because that was before they added Januarius and Februarius at the beginning of the year. So the first day of March would have been the first day of the new year. But still, why? Why did the Romans start the new year the day after December 31st? Well, apparently the star Sirius is at its highest point in the night sky at this time. And this is significant because Sirius represents Lucifer. So do you think that maybe celebrating New Year's on January 1st, you might inadvertently be paying homage to...
Oh, I don't know. Say it!
I mean, I would not put it past those people who sold their souls to rule the world, to trick people into worshiping Satan. I mean, they somehow convince people that eating the flesh of other beings is perfectly normal. The rulers of the world are some effed up mofos. I mean, really the main purpose of the calendar seems to be to keep track of the days we work, the days we pay taxes, and the days we vote for our masters. The calendar we use keeps us totally disconnected from the phases of the moon and disconnected from nature. Why does it even matter? Don't you want to have fun? Watch some TV. Now, we don't have to celebrate New Year's on January 1st like the controllers want us to. Different cultures all over the world observe the New Year on different days all throughout the year. The Iranian and Persian New Year happens in March at the exact moment of the northward equinox, whatever that means. In Nepal, their New Year starts in April. In India, the new year of the Kuchi people happens at the time of the beginning of the rains, which is around June. That's a good time to celebrate the new year if you live in the desert. The Zulu people welcome the new year on the full moon in July. And the Islamic New Year begins at sunset on the last day of Dhu al-Hijjah, which shifts to a different day every year because they follow a lunar calendar without intercalation, which is when days are added to realign the calendar with the seasons in relation to the sun. A non-intercalated lunar calendar does not align with the solar year, so the significant dates would shift over time. So that would be like us celebrating New Year's, or Christmas for that matter, at a different time as the years go by. So sometimes we'd celebrate Christmas in the spring, and sometimes we'd celebrate Christmas in the summer, which they do if you live in the southern hemisphere. But that would be cool because people who live in places like Chile, like my friend Vivian used to, would get to celebrate Christmas in the wintertime sometimes too. I mean, it's only fair. Like, why do only people in the northern hemisphere get to build snowmen and go ice skating on frozen lakes with Christmas carols ringing through the air and roast chestnuts on an open fire? This is Florida. We don't get to do those things either, do we? Now, I can understand celebrating at harvest time, or when the rains come, or at the birth of a child, or a goat. But celebrating in the middle of the night, in the dead of winter, and scaring a bunch of animals by lighting a bunch of explosives. But I gotta admit, I did play into the game a little bit this year, and I made a New Year's resolution. But I promptly shattered that by 8 a.m. But that's no reason to give up and wait until the next so-called new year to roll around before I try to straighten myself out. Every day is a new day, and every moment is an opportunity to improve yourself as a person. Oh, what was that you said? What was my New Year's resolution? To stop rushing. But as soon as I get up in the morning, I'm like, daylight's burning! Zebra, no. Watch the horns. Come here. You want to be in the video? Howdy, folks. Thanks for watching, and whoa, Zebra, no, Zeb. Howdy, folks. Thanks for watching. I hope you're all managing to stay positive. Oh, no, Zebra, no. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're all managing to stay positive. I know it's hard. I have my moments too, but I just gotta keep our vibrations high and try to stay positive. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and